everyone, welcome to Knowledge Skill. This is me Sayashudyatula. Today we'll be discussing about some important topics of this point of time. One is portfolios and the ministry. Second one, we are talking about the difference between cabinet minister, council of ministers, and also minister of independent charge. And also we'll talk about functions and roles of these kind of ministries. So this is our topic of discussion today. Before going into the discussion, there is a question on the screen. Please do this. Okay. And whenever you are going for the examination, make sure that in your question paper, you will try to find out these words and try to think that whether these words are right or wrong. Suppose, for example, here in the first statement, the Council of Ministers is a constitutional body headed by the PM. So here you have to be very sure that whether it is a constitutional body, statutory, executive. So think like this. If they have written PM, then you see that President or Chief Justice of India, what is the proper or appropriate person or appropriate word that should be used in this particular sentence. So these are some of the important tips that you have to incorporate whenever you are doing the practice sessions. See that whether the scheme is pan-India or scheme is restricted to only few states. Like that also you have to see. See that whether it is only or both. Like that also you will see. And also make sure that correct and incorrect. Most of the students, generally they lost around 6 to 8 marks, like 3 to 4 questions they do wrong because they don't study the correct and incorrect thing. So if you are studying this very properly, keenly observing these words, then definitely there will be a lot better improvement in your marks. Okay, so please incorporate all of this when you are doing the practice of the test and also at the time of examination. So let us go into our question. The first question we are having here is, the first statement is, the Council of Ministers is the constitutional body headed by the PM. The second one is 91st Amendment Act of the Constitution generally limits the number of ministers to 15%, which has been elected from both the houses of the parliament. So your options are here. Pause the video and try to do this. After the end of the discussion, I will be definitely discussing about this question. So let us get into the topic. Prime Minister Modi ji is back for another term, nothing but Modi 3.0, with a strong council of ministers. He will have 72 ministers. So remember this point, 72 is the total ministers appointed. The number is very important here in this concept. And in this 72, 11 of them are from NDA allies. So Chandrababu Naidu, TDP, Nitish Kumar led JDU, Chirag Paswan led LJP, Eknath Shinde led Shiv Sena and others. So 11 cabinet ministers has been, or you can say the council of ministers has been distributed among these allies, and BJP is retaining the rest of them. Led by the Prime Minister, the new team includes 30 cabinet ministers, 5 ministers of states with independent charge, and 36 ministers of state. So this is a distinction that we have to learn. We'll learn this in a bit. So 30 cabinet ministers are there, 5 ministers of states with independent charge, and 36 ministers of states are there. The ministers will represent 24 states as well as regions within the state. Chalo. The ministers also come from various social groups. According to the data given in the newspaper, 27 of the ministers belong to OBC category and 10 from SC and 5 ST and 5 minorities. Including a record 18 senior ministers are also heading the ministries. Of 72 taking oath today, 43 ministers have already served 3 times or higher in the parliament. 39 ministers have been ministers before one or the other time in the tenure of politics. The Council of Ministers also include multiple former ministers also. 34 ministers have served in the state legislatures, have now become the Minister of States. So those allies, in the allies TDP, or you can say that RJD, or in Shiv Sena, Eknath Shinde Shiv Sena. So in their state assemblies, those who ever have served as ministers, they were also made the Minister of States here. So these are some of the important data that you should not skip while you are going to the examination. Now we will talk about the difference between the cabinet ministry. We'll also talk about council of ministers and the minister of state with independent charge. One important diagram I want to draw here. So make sure that you are aware of this. Council of ministers is the bigger umbrella thing. Remember, this is called as council of ministers. In that you will have what? I'll change the color for you. This is what? Cabinet ministers. And the cabinet ministers are the highest rank ministers, highest rank. Then you also have here minister of states. Minister of states are those which are actually, like, they will have a portfolio of their own and they will definitely work in the allocated ministry, but they have to report to the cabinet minister. This is an interlink here. Whereas if you see the Minister of State for Independent Charge, Ministry of State for Independent Charge, they are like independent charge. They don't have to report to Cabinet Minister. That's all about it. Okay, the more detail I will be discussing in a bit, but this is how you have to understand. Okay, let us now learn about Council of Ministers. The definition, composition, role and size. The Council of Ministers is a larger body. That is what I have shown you. The umbrella area of the circle was the Council of Ministers, a larger body that includes all ministers of the government. Every minister, whether they are Council of Minister or Minister of State or Minister of Independent Charge, all of them are basically a part of the Council of Ministers. So Council of Ministers is a bigger circle under which all other ministers will come into existence. Okay. Now, this Council of Ministers will also have PM and other various ministers which are having different portfolios. So Council of Ministers include, as I have already told you, Cabinet Minister, Ministry of States, Ministry of States with independent charge, along with Parliament secretaries. The Council of Ministers is a constitutional body headed by the PM, which we have already discussed in the question. The Council of Ministers consists of Cabinet Ministers who are senior ministers in charge of key ministries such as Home Affairs, Finance, Defence and External Affairs. So within the Council of Ministers, we also have Cabinet Minister, which are actually holding what? Key ministries like Finance, Home, etc., Defence. Minister of States are junior ministers who may or may not be in charge of independent portfolios. So that is what I have told you. Minister of just State. You do not have here Minister of State of Independent Charge is not written here. We have here Minister of States only. So Minister of State is that particular person, that particular minister which actually is doing the work under a particular ministry. Basically, usually this is the custom. Now, the Council of Ministers is responsible for overall governance and administration of the country, that we are already aware of it. And before at the time of constitution, there is no limit with regard to how many number of ministers a PM can appoint. Okay, PM can elect. That is not there. Means you can have 100 also, 150 also, that is all fine. But there was an amendment in the year 91st amendment happened. According to this amendment, the government should not appoint more than 15% of total members of Lok Sabha. See, Lok Sabha. So in the statement I have given you both the houses of parliament. No. So the ministers are all coming from what? Lok Sabha. Okay. Remember this point. And the number of ministers should not exceed 15% of total members of Lok Sabha. This point you have to remember for sure. And this provision was made by instituting 91st Amendment Act. Okay, including Prime Minister. So that is important here. Including PM, the number of ministers should not be more than 15% of total members of the Lok Sabha. So that is what Council of Ministers do. So we have learned that Council of Ministers is an umbrella body, consists of PM and all other ministers under it. It's a constitutional body headed by the PM, and under the Council of Ministers you also have Cabinet Ministers, which are actually holding what? Key ministries like Finance, Defence, etc., so and so forth. Then under them, Minister of State will also work, which may be independent, may not be independent, but as a customary, they are always working under what? Cabinet Minister or some other ministry. The Council of Ministers are completely responsible for the total overall governance of the country, and the number of the ministers to be elected is not actually fixed in the constitution, but we have limited it to 15% of the total members of the Lok Sabha, including PM, by 91st Amendment Act. Right. Then what is the meaning of Union Cabinet? Okay, definition, composition, etc., so and so forth. Let us see about it. The Union Cabinet is smaller but most powerful subset of Council of Ministers. Okay, that is what. So if this is the Council of Ministers, we will have what? This is the Union Cabinet, most powerful but smaller. It is a core decision making body in the government. It is the PM who led the cabinet. So cabinet is led by the PM all the time. It consists of only those ministers who are specifically designated as cabinet minister. Cabinet minister, the group consists of only those ministers which has been designated by the government as cabinet minister. They are basically senior ministers who are holding very key portfolios for the country's point of view, such as Home Affairs, Defence, External Affairs and Finance. The cabinet is responsible for major policy decision, okay, and setting the direction of the government of the day. So any decision coming towards us, coming to the lower rung of the society or coming to the people is basically taken in what? Cabinet meetings only. So the cabinet is the most important, powerful decision making body as of now. It coordinates and oversees the functioning of various ministries and ensures cohesive implementation of the policy. So whatever the decision of cabinet was taken, that decision, okay, is implemented across the country, and they are responsible for coordination and effective implementation of that particular policies. Cabinet meetings are held very regularly to discuss and formulate policies, legislations and administration of the state. The Council of Ministers meet often less as a whole and focuses on implementing decision made by the cabinet. So there won't be 72 ministers attending a meeting. That won't be a situation all the time. Okay, there sometimes Council of Ministers do go into the cabinet ministers on the invitation, because if something is related to their ministry, the cabinet minister may call any of the minister of states or minister of independent charge to come and let us have a discussion on it. Okay, that is also possible. The council of ministers as a whole, generally they don't meet, they often work on the directions given by the cabinet. Okay, that is all about it. So let us now see that what are the important portfolios, very very important for the examination point of view. You cannot skip this. Okay, chalo. Narendra Modi ji is holding Ministry of Personal, Public Grievance and Pension, and also he holds Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space. Rajnath Singh, same to same Ministry of Previous Defense. Amit Shah, previous Ministry Home. Nitin Gadkari, previous Ministry Roads. JP Nadda, who was not actually the minister in the last tenure of Modi 2.0, now he became the minister. Health Ministry is given to. Shivraj Singh Chauhan got Agriculture Ministry. Nirmala Madam, same to same ministry, Finance Ministry is given to. Jay Shankar, same ministry, he has also got Ministry of External Affairs. I am skeptical that now he has grown too much in the foreign field, and I really believe that there should be a change in the foreign exchange and external affairs. Okay. I was expecting a change with regard to external affairs, because he has done 10 years of this particular thing after the death of Sushma Swaraj ji, but I guess that a new person would have given more new look to our foreign policy, but having a regular person all the time and people are seeing him again and again will not be that great. And he might have exhausted with all the satires, etc., so and so forth, that he has given on the various platforms with regard to protection of our democracy or India. But that period was over. He has served enough so that he can be replaced. Manohar Lal Khattar is holding Housing and Urban Affairs. Kumaraswamy, Karnataka, okay, belong to Karnataka. Minister of Heavy Industry, Minister of State, very heavy ministry is given to him. Piyush Goyal, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, very heavy ministry. Dharmendra Pradhan, Education Ministry, okay, Social Ministry is given. Jitan Ram Manji, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises. Okay, Lal Singh, very famous person. Okay, Lalan Singh, Ministry of Panchayat Raj, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy. Okay. Now, Sarbananda Sonowal, Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways. Virendra Kumar, Social Justice. Ram Manohar Naidu, Aviation Ministry. Naidu. Okay, remember this point. This is from TDP. Aviation Ministry. Prahlad Joshi, Ministry of Consumer Affairs. Joel Oram, Ministry of Tribal Affairs. Giriraj Singh, Ministry of Textiles. Ashwini Vaishnav, Ministry of Railway, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. So he is a person who is controlling all the YouTube now. Okay. Jyotirai Signia, Ministry of Development of North Eastern Region and Telecom. Bhupendra Yadav, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, Ministry of Culture, Ministry of Tourism. Annapurna Devi, Ministry of Women and Child Development. Okay. Smriti Irani ji was actually holding this, but she lost the election with a big margin. She is not there anytime now. Kiran Rijiju, Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, Ministry of Minority. Hardeep Singh Puri, Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Mansukh Mandave, Ministry of Labour and Employment, Ministry of Youth and Affairs. Kishan Reddy of our Telangana, Ministry of Coals and Mines. Okay. So there is no Christian, there is no Muslim, there is no Buddha, there is no Jain, no minorities has been given any ministries in this particular ministry of the Modi 3.0. Chirag Paswan, Ministry of Food Processing Industry. C.R. Patil, Ministry of Jal Shakti, very very important. They are also implementing a mission called as Jal Jeevan Mission to provide tap drinking water to the all households. So this is all about the ministries and portfolios. I hope this is all clear to you. So let us now go into the question that we have already left at the beginning of the lecture. Okay. So as you know that I have already discussed, and these points are anyhow mentioned in our lecture itself. Okay, let us discuss them again and we'll finish it off. The Council of Ministers is a constitutional body. This is very true, headed by the PM. This is also very true. 91st Amendment Act is anyhow true with regard to not exceed 15 ministers. This also we have checked, including PM. This is also fine. Both the houses of the parliament, this is wrong, because not exceeding 15 ministers of the total members of Lok Sabha. It should be Lok Sabha. So statement 2 is wrong. All the other things are right, but only the parliament, instead of Lok Sabha, it is parliament is written. That's why the second one is wrong. The only one is right. So only one is your answer. So there is a description. In the description there is a link to buy. The current affairs are given, so you can buy it, and they are very crisp and they are very modulated and contentious. So make sure that you take the benefit of it and empower us. Thank you so much.